my dream free agent scenario is attacking this offensive line and figuring out the defensive line. You got young talent on this team. I would love to see what Dennis Allen does with a Austin Booker. What does he do if DeMarcus Walker is still here? What do you do with a Javon Dexter in that taking that next step, who took a step this season? Not a big enough step, but definitely a step. What do you do in those moments when you have a ton of young talent on that defensive line that just hasn't been developed? So defensively, I would like to see, I think you make some draft selections, and we'll talk about those as well, but I would love to see you develop some of the talent that's actually in the room that you've drafted. Zach Pickens just falling off a shelf. What the heck happened there? You know what I mean? Guys like that.
I don't know.
On the flip side, though, I think you have to attack the offensive line of free agency. Yeah, I think you have zero choice but to attack the offensive line in free agency.
I think that I like your point that, does Karan Amageji, get trained up? Does he get, coached up? So the other thing is, it's not only just signing the guys, but it's also developing the depth. Like, we don't have the real depth. Pryor is probably one of the guys we could keep as depth.
That Pryor was nice.
Braxton Jones, I would prefer him to be depth, but he might end up still being a left tackle.
Yeah.
Well, he's a starting left tackle where I prefer an upgrade over there.
Maybe starting next year, boys.
I've been wanting a new left tackle for the last couple years now.
Since the first year of Braxton. I was like, oh, this is great. You got to get a better one, though, right?
I've been saying it from day one.
I'm so glad we made it through that season. You're going to upgrade that, right? Guys?
Oh, nobody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. God.
No, I think it would be to me, to get Trey Smith as an example would be all right. Or Ronnie Stanley is a left tackle.
Ronnie Stanley's a left tackle. That'd be a dream. I don't think he's leaving Lamar Jackson.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're all just
It'll be cap,
that
it'll be
them
cap
losing
casualty.
that was
It'll be
big.
Cap casualty.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that. Cap
we don't know what
cap.
Yeah, we don't know which ones are coming down the pipeline now.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Great left tackles usually ain't cap casualties.
Playing a lot of money.
Ronnie Stanley is not leaving Baltimore.
But the thing is,
we said that about Trey Smith, and look where we're at now.
He's a guard.
I'm just saying, like a talented person on the offensive line
usually
doesn't become available.
So look, if we end up having to keep Braxton,
right? Well,
you sign.
We do keep Braxton.
If you sign Trey Smith,
okay,
and then we got our right tackle,
Darnell
Wright.
Okay.
So that means then let's just say, and not to say jump ahead, but Will Campbell is our other guard.
Starting left tackle.
Left guard.
That's why I'm saying
guard.
No,
you move him to guard. So we need to let, because if you don't resign Tevin,
the arms are a little short.
If you don't,
I've looked more into him. The arms are a little short.
He might be.
Don't get me wrong. I know he's a guard by the way he looks, but
you sign a center as a stopgap, and then you draft majors in the second round.
That's
so
fine.
To me, you sign one guy, $80 million in the cap. That's cool. That really just means one player because that's $20 million. $20 million per whatever. So you might get 4 players.
Go find Cam Robinson. I'm tired of seeing Braxton start. Go find Cam Robinson.
I wouldn't be mad. I would be
20 million.
No. You might be able to get Cam for about
he's a little cheaper.
13, 12.
That would be great.
Cam Robinson has not been phenomenal in his time in the NFL.
I hear you.
He's been, but I will say he's an upgrade over Braxton.
Yes, or do you plan to draft Calvin Banks, which changes how you're signing?
You think Calvin Banks kind of,
because he's going to be a left tackle.
He's probably going to be a guard.
Kelvin?
As I'm going through it, I'm like, oh, this is a guard.
Or the Wyatt Million guy. It was either Million.
No, he is. He's got longer arms than Will Campbell, but
I thought you said it was no Diddy, but I thought you said it was about the trunks, not the
the lower half. The lower half is important for all 5 offensive line. But for your tackles, you usually want guys with longer arms because then you're not going to get beat on a swim move. You can get the arms out. You can get the left back. The left hand jab is pushing out a lot more, and so you're keeping guys away from you, which allows you to have more control of them. That's why you want your tackles like that. Your guards can have shorter arms because they're coming in with the shorter burst. Got to get the hands up quick, get into the chest of the defender trying to come at them. But all 5 offensive linemen should have, as Yurko has said, some meaty backsides.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want
stout,
all 5 of my offensive linemen like Kyle Lowry.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Just BBL Lowry out
Dude,
here.
stop,
You know what I mean?
stop.
Just
Yeah.
No.
cheeks for days. That's
You
I don't even care. I'm talking offensive line. There's no pause on this.
Shout out to
I-
Big Dog.
Give me some
I
Michael
need some BBL drizzy on the backsides of some of these offensive lines.
But it could.
Dang right.
BBL drizzy.
I would like to create a lot of depth on that
BBL
O-line.
drizzy.
I would like to re-sign Tevin. I think if we could re-sign him with
Oh,
an
yeah, that would be
incentive-based contract
Yeah.
in general,
Friendly
and then
contract.
if you get Trey, and now we can draft Campbell or somebody. Now you got a decision to make whether we might be able to move on from Braxton.
Or as I mentioned, Kevin Zeitler, who's an older guy. You could probably get him for cheaper because he's older, but he hasn't been like banged up. So that's another name as well.
They said 5 Samoans. I hear you,
Hey,
man.
I'm fine.
I'm
with
always
Samoans.
down with 5 Samoans.
Always.
We need some
First off,
Samoans. Shout
First
out.
off, I will never forget. I had this side story here. Stories from Pat's past.
Oh,
This could be bad.
Oh, boy.
Brought to you by nobody.
I remember in high school, right? I was talking to this chick. She was Samoan.
Uh-oh.
Cool people.
Uh-oh,
Phenomenal.
close up.
Phenomenal
She had a
woman.
good grip, huh?
Whoa.
Listen, I was talking to this chick. She was Samoan, right? And she was
Kakua.
she was great. She like got to meet her family and stuff like that. And I'll never forget. She introduced me. First off, I played rugby with her family the day I met them. And I was like, well, I
Rugby's
can't be no
fun.
punk. So here we go. And so she introduced me to her little brother. Her little brother was like, I don't know, maybe 12, 10 or 12, something like that. 6'2".
Yep. Yep.
265-pound kid.
Yep.
And they're like, let's go play rugby.
Mungo.
Oh, God. I died that day, but it was worth it. You know what I mean? She was great. She was awesome. But I say all that to say, I'm always down for 5 Samoans.
Oh.
Well, there was a movie. There was a joke where the guy met the girl. And they had like it was like they were wrestling. It was a mouth guard, and
That was Martin.
somebody they were fighting and stuff. And they the guy they went to fight the brother, the dad. It was somebody dating the girl.
I don't
I
remember
can't
that.
remember what
I
movie.
don't
You made
remember
me
what
think
you're
of
talking
that.
about.
They'll come to me later.
What did this say? Late to the party, but saw this video earlier. Big shout out to Pat for clapping back at people who can't name.
Name.
Oh, yeah, man. That was
Keep they name
bad
on my
show.
podcast.
Yeah.
My boy Parafake Shaq's quote.
We just
Kobe,
said
how my bro,
Kobe,
I
tell me
swear
how
Come on
I
back
was going to post that video,
back
but
to
I
it.
was like,
he said
that's
that.
a little too
He
far.
said that.
I'm a back to
Kobe, brother, tell me how much taste. Oh, that's a great one right there.
That
Shout out
was
to that,
epic.
man.
That was
Shout out to the haters, man. Appreciate
Shout out to the
Absolutely,
haters.
absolutely.
Hey, they
Shout
be
out
in
to
here.
the haters.
They
They
big
be in
mad,
here.
Still
man.
be
We
here.
just having a good time hanging
gonna be
out.
here.
Don't hate, man.
They probably in
Congratulations.
there now.
Show's a little dark. gotta brighten it up. The video's a little dark. Yeah, I mean, but no. I think here's the best part about this situation in free agency where the Bears are at right now. If you go out, and let's say you sign, I said Ryan Kelly. I think Ryan Kelly and Trey Smith are my 2 free agent signings.
That would
Okay.
be a big
Unfortunately,
That would be big.
you're probably dropping 35 M's on those 2.
1, 2,
It's a lot of
3,
money.
4, 5,
And most
6,
of it's
7,
going to a guard.
Nothing wrong with
5
that.
M's in the bank.
Most of it's going to a guard.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
That is something wrong
between
with
two, well,
What is it?
you don't.
You're getting the
no,
best guard
what-
in the league.
No, what's wrong with it is you've missed so much.
that.
You have to overpay
Instead
now.
of you paying $3
That's
million.
your fault. But now it's time to open the checkbook.
Yeah, but you don't want to get cash strapped
But-
to a point that you're like.
Well, I'm
locked.
fine getting cash strapped on my offensive and defensive
No,
I
lines,
was about
but
to say, where
here's-
else do we need
you
money?
have to still
But
draft.
you have to. You can't spend all of that money right there when you got a lot of your defense coming up on contracts within the next 2 years too.
Right.
You have to be smart, not to get into a cap
Fiscally
situation again. We
responsible.
just got out of one 2 years ago.
We
Yeah.
could
So-
potentially
so-
have
so we-
over
so-
80
so we
million
don't.
in cap space when we let some of these guys go. We're now sitting at 60 something. We will
Who-
have
who
enough
let
money
go?
That's
to
not a
address.
lot of money.
Who
That-
left? Who
What?
Because
got
if you
cut?
re-sign a guy, they're
We're in the
averaging
top 5 already.
they're averaging 15 to 20 million a contract per person. Like,
Bro, we're not-
Maya in the chat, shout out my wife. She
what'd
said,
you say?
Pac, I just told the Samoan story with my wife in the chat. She said, Pax just said guard our quarterback.
Exactly.
Shout out my son. He already know. Guard our quarterback.
we're gonna do running back drills.
I thought
We're gonna
that's
do
how
running
it
back
sounded.
drills, Pack.
We're
We're gonna do running back drills.
Hey, he gonna running back drills.
Running back drills.
Hey,
Yes.
Pat said we gonna blitz all night. So,
I am gonna watch Remember the Titans with my son
doggone
tomorrow. I'm
right,
watching
man.
that tomorrow.
Hey,
Prepare
man.
him. We're gonna prepare him.
the
But
whole
no,
point.
No,
Open the checkbook up.
the big thing for me with investing is you got a lot of guys on low money deals already, right? You've got DJ Moore on a smaller wide receiver contract. I think that's going to be big. Not to say it's not an expensive contract, but it's a little bit less. You've got Roma Dunze on his rookie deal. You have currently Darnell Wright on his rookie deal. You're going to draft rookies, probably 2 on your offensive line. So I'm fine spending bigger money, especially for a guy like Ryan Kelly, because you're probably talking about a 3-year deal, 2 years guaranteed in there, where you're paying him about 45 M's. And then you look at a guy like Trey Smith. Now, Trey Smith's getting guaranteed money. You're probably talking about 20 for 5.
So 35
Also-
between the both of them at the least. That's fine.
You're probably talking about 20 for 5.
Also,
So, like, then you're talking about 35 million for those 2 players. You still got Wright. I'm not re-signing Tevin because unless he's coming back for like an Italian beef and a South Side dog. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not re-signing guys that I know are going to be hurt every single play, and he's too good of a player to have as a
I
backup.
give him to you.
He's too good of a player to have as a backup.
You're not
Well,
gonna make him incentive laden. Give him incentive laden.
I give him
Do
Tim
we-
Neal. I give him the Nate Davis.
It ain't that
contract.
I
many
think you-
incentives in the league.
I think you gotta, like I said, Tevin's one, but also, do you re-sign Keenan Allen? Is he gone?
No.
Is
you
he
probably
gone
let
to
him
LA?
go. You let somebody
'Cause
like,
that's another
like
20
Gerald Everett go. That's
No,
$5 million.
that's
You
how
gotta
you
cut.
get. That's how you get the 80 million. You're letting Keenan Allen go. You get that 3rd round.
No, I thought we're at 80 million now.
No, you're at 60.
No.
Oh, we're at
64.
69.
Yeah.
We're at 69.
So you let Keenan Allen go. You get the 20 million back from him. You'll get a 3rd round, depending on what he signs for. Probably
He's
a
not
4th
on-
round
They
pick.
don't have him listed right now on there. That's not even with him. They don't even have Keenan in here in terms of the cap hits.
Right. Because he's still
So
on
we're
the
at
team.
69. If you sign him, that means you're dropping down to
I don't know if that's updated though, because I know we have 80 million.
right.
We got 80 million in cap.
So the thing is that okay, if you don't let him go, doesn't it go up to 100
No.
You're
we're not
you're
that
at
bad.
80
based
million
off his contract?
with everybody
timing
gone.
out.
With everybody
Okay.
gone, you're at 80 million.
Right, his contract expired,
Yes.
which means that okay. So if you right. So if you don't bring him back because that's another 20 million. The point is every guy you bringing in now is between 50 and 20 million dollars per.
Not every.
I mean, I'm
Majority.
talking about top
Majority.
guys. I'm talking about top
The
guys.
majority of the guys we want because we want top tier talent.
Yeah,
You
the
talk
top
about
tier.
in free agency, right?
In free
Because when it comes to the draft, you're going to get cheap contracts with
No,
these
they had
rookies.
their
Oh, the draft
million,
is always
$3 million.
Yeah.
Like me, Caleb's the most expensive.
Well,
at
listen,
8 million is the number one pick.
No,
Right.
but you're starting your first guy. You have to factor that in as well. Your number 1 pick is a top 10 pick.
$6 million. Okay.
6.
7.
Rome, what did
He's
Rome?
not getting more than Caleb.
Rome's got 5,
Look,
and he was 9.
He's not getting
So
more than
about,
Caleb.
About there.
So
Six,
like,
5 to
5,
6
6
million.
With signing bonus.
That's
Yeah.
All of that. Like that all plays into it.
I got you.
And he's protecting my quarterback, so he's probably getting a nice penny. My point is that you have to factor that in. You have to factor your picks in, paying them. Like those are the things that you have to think about. But if you go, I don't think you're signing 15 guys this offseason.
No.
I think you're signing probably
3 to 4.
7 glue guys.
You
You
talking
sign
about-
some guys that
you
you
talking
fill
about
in.
draft? You talking
What
about including
guys
the
that
draft?
fill in, right?
Some glue
Guys that come in, you get them for $2 million. They fit a
those-
role.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
those guys,
You're
there might be more of those.
you're signing those
You're talking
guys.
about your side roster.
Yes, but your big money guys,
Your starters.
you're talking about probably 3.
3.
I would
I'm
think
fine
you're
with that.
signing 2 offensive linemen. I don't even know if you're going on the defensive side.
I would.
Why not go in the draft? You got
No,
some
I'm fine
really
with
solid
that.
edge
You're
rushers in the
absolutely right. I
draft,
would.
and you're not where you're probably drafting them. You're not benching them for guys that you may or may not sign.
I wouldn't, but would you bring back a Khalil Mack to spell your second round
Now
starter?
you got me
Not for
tingly
expense.
again.
Not,
Now you
not,
got me
not his
tingly
contract.
Khalil Mack has had 23 sacks over the last 2 seasons.
If
Yeah.
they go to a 3-4, that's what
I'm
he
bringing
pretty
Khalil
much
Mack
was.
3-4.
regardless.
Khalil Mack can play in anything.
I mean,
I'm bringing Khalil
I think he was
Mack
playing in a
regardless.
4-3 this year.
He's a linebacker and he
He's
can
a
put his
free
hand on the
agent.
ground.
You bringing him back?
Yep.
Hey, listen.
His family is still in Chicago,
but
by
he's
the way.
going to want 2 years, 22 million.
3 years, 22 million. That's
2
11.
years. 2 years.
Oh, that's 11. I'm fine with that. You paid Nate
No,
Davis
22
10.
million a year.
No. That's
what I'm
no, he
saying,
can
like-
take a cheaper deal. He knows that. You're going to give him $22 million a year.
Hey, he had a good year.
He got a lot of sacks.
He had a good year.
Yeah,
He had a lot of sacks the previous year. This year he had 11, right?
He had a good
That's a
year,
lot of
so you gotta
sacks.
pay him.
That is a lot of sacks.
That's a lot of sacks, bro.
Hey, I'm bringing Khalil back.
Here's what
I'm
I
just
will
saying,
say.
but that's the point. 22 million. You're only going to get so many like elite talent guys or top talent guys. That's 15 to 27 million
six
per.
this year. Six this year.
This is the year for
Yeah.
that. This is the year for that. I'm sorry. I'm not holding back. This is the year to pay big money. Put your Powers Johnson on the table.
Well, you could have drafted your Powers Johnson.
You could have, and that's the problem.
Well,
you put it on the table three times.
Here's why I agree with Jordan though. Here's why I agree with Jordan. You're spending the most money you've ever spent on a coaching staff. Jalen Johnson, good player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tyreek Stevenson,
It's good.
good.
No,
Good.
no.
I like
he got his
Tyreek.
head on straight.
He got his head on straight.
He's mid.
Yeah.
No, he's
good.
You know what he
He's
is?
mid.
He's an agitator. You know when agitators are annoying?
When
you lose it.
When you lose,
When you lose
you're
it.
winning,
He's good.
he's
Tyreek
like
Stevenson
Tyreek.
can play. He's an agitator though.
He's C.J. Gardner.
Yeah, I mean he's C.J. Gardner Johnson a little bit. You got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Kyler Gordon, good.
Yep.
Yeah.
T.J. Edwards,
Yeah.
Byard,
Yeah.
Brisk.
Yeah.
Get a front seven, or get a front four.
We just
I
need
agree.
2 more defensive linemen.
Yeah, I don't
I
even
agree.
think you need two.
We
You got
need
your Vaughn,
one.
you got Montez. You need another
Yeah,
edge
but no,
rusher
you
opposite
get
Montez.
you get an impact player on that
Billings
D
might be
line.
gone.
Huh? Billings? Well, isn't he hurt again? They
Well,
say
Billings just hurt. It was a peck.
yeah.
It was a peck.
So I mean, look,
But
if-
like
if
to
you
me,
take-
that's a. If you invest, you got them dogs back there already.
well, Josh Sweat is that somebody?
Josh Sweat's a name
That's
that
a
gets
name.
me tingly.
Yeah,
You,
I do
want the
JC
Sweat
wasn't
Bros.
as high on him.
I
Sweat
wasn't.
Bros.
I'm be honest
JC's
with you.
not as
I'd rather
high on
take
him.
Khalil. I'd rather take Khalil than Josh
Nah,
Sweat.
give me Josh Sweat.
Well, you can have Josh Sweat here longer. You know,
I'm just talking about money. If you're worried about money, you can get the same
well,
kind
they're
of
saying
production.
3 years, 18 million average.
Yeah, I take that. I take that
What'd you
deal.
say?
You
Three
take
for
that
what?
deal?
You take that deal?
I take
Dang
that
good
deal.
deal.
Dang good deal.
You said 3 for 18?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Well, 3 years, 18 million.
That's what I'm
per.
saying. Like,
18 million
each
per.
edit, and when you
I take that
spend-
deal.
Now, does that mean that you got to believe in Booker? Does that also mean
I think he takes a step forward
does
too.
Ian Wheeler come back and show?
Well,
us
you
something?
know.
Nah, we talk about running backs. That's this guy's
You
dream.
want to
'cause
know?
he's cheap.
Hey, you want to know how much Ian Wheeler makes?
500,000.
$2.9 million over the next 3 years. Oh,
Oh my god!
sign me up. 2.9 mil
Run him
over the
into the
next
ground.
3 years. Hey, I got 3 years out of you, baby.
Jesus, you want
He getting his money.
What about
Absolutely, I want Ian Wheeler to start. You know who was
God.
bad? DeAndre Swift.
Hey,
Was he good?
wait,
Nah, he was
fellas?
all right.
Might I interest you
oh boy.
in Dre Greenlaw?
Actually, yes.
How much-
27 years old.
How much?
Right
Dre
now they're
Greenlaw
saying
making
1
him?
year, 6 million.
Did he get
right
hurt?
now.
Did he
He
get
was
hurt?
hurt with Achilles. He came back.
Oh, I'd be afraid of them Achilles injury.
You,
It take
you
2
like
years.
those guys is coming
It
off
take-
of
it take 2
injury.
years.
I didn't like. No, I
Taking
don't like.
chances.
I'm just saying.
You like Saquon?
I just-
Even though Saquon's
Well,
a different
Saquon's a
beast.
beast, and
That's
Saquon
true.
got them to where they
That's
are.
true.
Sorry,
That's true.
Saquon got him there.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with the defense.
totally all by
Yeah,
himself.
had
All
nothing to do with that
by-
offensive line.
Saquon.
All right.
He's the only
He
guy.
cleared all those guys out the way. He made his own lanes.
Clear path, fellas. It's my turn.
Nothing like Joel Lyon on the string. I think though
That's
our
hilarious.
our natural consensus here is you're investing most of your money in these trenches though.
Yes.
So-
And realistically talking, what we've said is probably where we're at. I mean, you said 3 years, 18 per. I said 15 probably for Ryan Kelly, who's 31 years old. I think he'll be 32 by the time the season starts. You're talking 20 for Trey Smith. What are we at there? We are at
Oh, I'm sorry, I wouldn't count.
that's 25. What did I say? That's 25, 20, 30,
35.
35.
35 mil
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of 80.
Out of 69. Yeah, out of 80. You got
What
another
about a
69.
Drew
another
Dahlman
45.
from the Falcons?
I'd rather get Ryan Kelly.
All right,
But I
give me
mean,
Ryan
Drew
Kelly.
was a good
I mean,
backup.
either my
Drew's a
point
good
is that
backup.
Because here's the thing, I'm taking Ryan Kelly as a bridge guy. I want Ryan Kelly here 2 to 3 years. I got Jake Majors coming,
I want
and
Jake
more than
Majors.
likely, I'm taking Ryan Kelly as a bridge guy. 2 years.
What round do you think he's going in?
Majors probably
Second round.
probably second or
If he's
third.
second round, you're gonna start him. You're not gonna sit him.
No, they
That's
said a
not
lot of
true.
times it's hard.
That's
No,
not
you
true.
Center,
The
center,
he
he
doesn't
the
start-
last 2 years,
he
they've
doesn't-
been starting all first and
He
second
doesn't
round
necessarily.
centers.
He may not start until like
If you
week,
don't have a center that
8.
actually is already
week
had starting
10.
experience.
And why do you spend that 20 million on that when you can spend that 20 million?
So you can
No, not
develop.
20
bridge
million
guy,
on the
with
bridge guy.
you
So
spend that on defense.
But he might be able to play guard. Or
So you
Tevin
consider
Jenkins. They're talking
developing.
about 3 years, 13 million.
13 million per. No, I'm good. Of them 3 years, you got 10 games.
No,
played
you get
14
10 games a
last year.
year. He'll give you 10 games
With a
year.
good line, I bet
How
you
many
he plays
games?
longer.
See, y'all looking at
He
games played.
He played 12 games this year.
Yeah, how many he finished?
That's not the point.
Yes,
He
it is.
finished
Oh
10 of them.
yeah, I would like him
No,
to
he didn't.
He
finish.
finished like 10 of them.
No, he didn't. Tevin Jenkins
no.
finished like 6 games this season.
He kept getting
No,
hurt
but-
like in the middle of the,
Tevin
middle of the
Jenkins-
game.
Like that's the thing. Like to me, you can't do that because of how much you rely on Tevin Jenkins.
No, you got a great point. I'm just saying that I like the idea that we're building up enough of a squad in terms of the depth. But does Tevin Jenkins, surrounded by other good talent, also insulate him from necessarily always getting hurt?
Well, I mean, Tevin's injuries aren't like him overextending. Tevin's injuries are just like getting nicked up, falling over on guys. Maybe it does. Like I'm not saying it doesn't, but why are we going cheap now?
Maybe he's
I
got
don't think it's a
whiplash.
product
Maybe
of-
he's got whiplash from
Everybody-
Coleman Shelton letting the guy. Oh, he's tearing his back up.
Hey,
I mean, that could be wow. Tearing his back up is crazy.
Sorry, Jesus, that wasn't what I meant.
I mean, I don't think
challenge
it's
that.
necessarily a product of other people playing bad.
Thank you. I challenge that.
chat,
Tore
let
his
us
back
know.
up. Tore his
Chat,
back
let
up.
us know if that was a pause or not.
I don't think there's a product of other guys not doing their job as much as Tevin is just out there really going 100%. And sometimes when you go 100%, you get twisted up. I think the last time his knee just got buckled
I
in.
feel like
a
he got
pile.
run over.
I feel
He got
like
ran over,
Breeze
so-
Nation doesn't want Tevin. They're all like,
No,
let him
but
go.
no,
Dark
it's not
mind.
that. It's not that. It's why.
No, he's
I
when he's there, he's great.
that's great. Guess who else is? Trey Smith.
Yeah.
No, I want him and
But you're gonna draft a rookie who's probably gonna be moved in the guard
But you also
Or-
in the
gotta-
first
but you
round.
also
Or
gotta
we're-
save some money. You also got to save some money for your early contract negotiations.
That's what I said. But those guys are in it. The scenario I just laid out to you, where you go get you say Dre Greenlaw. I don't know if I'm in on that, but like a Josh Sweat, like a Josh Sweat, right? Josh Sweat,
Josh Sweat is
about
yes.
18 million.
Him and the other Sweat, Montez will be about the same.
I'm getting a guard for 20. And I'm getting the center for 50. I knew that math was wrong. So I'm at about 53 million with 30 M's left over for you to still do something.
Thanks, Noah P.
Like, I think that's the conversation you got to have. Like, what's the point in not doing it? Because, again, just like I said on the defensive side, DJ Moore's good. Roma Dunze, talented. Cole Kmet, good. Caleb Williams looks like he's going to be the franchise quarterback we've been begging for.
Yep.
Please protect him. If you give him time, if you give him a pocket, imagine what he can do with Ben Johnson's system. There is no reason to not spend the money.
Yeah,
You can't keep
you just want.
This goes into
But
our-
you also
our
have to get
last
the
topic.
swing tackles. You have to get the depth. Like, it's not just the
Bro,
solid
we got so
five.
many goddamn swing tackles
But
on
that's
this
what
team.
Detroit-
They all swing tackles.
You
Right, so
only
we
need
keep
one or
half
two
of them on the
swing
contract.
Put 1 to 2
The whole
swing tackles.
the whole starting line was nothing but swingers.
Doug, right.